Hi, I'm Rev Myron. I'm a minister through Pathways of Light, and I'm a Course in Miracles student and have been for 40 years. One of the things that I do is that every year I go through the lessons again. And this time when I do them, I ask Jesus to clarify for me whatever it is he wants me to focus on in this lesson. And so this is what I'm sharing with you, whatever comes to me as I do these lessons. And today we're looking at lesson 356. Sickness is but another name for sin. Healing is but another name for God. The miracle is thus a call to him. Father, you promised you would never fail to answer any call your son might make to you. It does not matter where he is, what seems to be his problem, nor what he believes he has become. He is your son, and you will answer him. The miracle reflects your love, and thus it answers him. Your name replaces every thought of sin, and who is sinless cannot suffer pain. Your name gives answer to your son, because to call your name is but to call his own. The sickness comes from guilt, and guilt isn't real, so we can let the belief in it go. I watch my mind carefully for signs that I have picked up the belief in guilt again. When I find guilt there, I release it again. I ask the Holy Spirit to correct my thinking. The prayer at the end of chapter 5 of A Course in Miracles is a good way to do this. Say to yourself as sincerely as you can, remembering that the Holy Spirit will respond fully to your slightest invitation. I must have decided wrongly because I'm not at peace. I made the decision myself, but I can also decide otherwise. I want to decide otherwise because I want to be at peace. I do not feel guilty because the Holy Spirit will undo all the consequences of my wrong decision if I will let him. I choose to let him by allowing him to decide for God for me. It's a great prayer. Something that I've often said is that only love heals. And yet when I am sick, I often go through several stages. First, I hate it and fear it. I hate how it feels, and I fear that it will get worse. Hate and fear are obviously not love, and they do not heal. So I am, in effect, holding on to sickness with these thoughts. Secondly, I might look for something or someone to blame for how I feel. This doesn't help either. It doesn't even make sense. This is because it could not have occurred without my participation, since the outward condition is a reflection of an inward condition. In the third stage, I go back to love. I did this to myself, and it is I who must undo it. I undo it as I begin to see it as an opportunity rather than a punishment for my guilt. What I forgive helps us all, so I'm undoing it on behalf of the sonship. Seeing it differently helps me react differently. Now I can be grateful for this opportunity, and gratitude is just another flavor of love. I think of it as loving myself to help. This is something I'm still working on, but I'm excited to be doing this. Recently, I listened to Kevin Rice talk about his recovery from brain surgery. I took note of the 5 principles he used to do so. I use all of them at times, but it was enlightening to see how together they're very powerful. Here is a link to his talk. It's really helpful. I'm going to put that link in the description of this video. Not sure if that works. I've never tried that before. If not, you can find it on my website, which is listed in the description under this. It's included in this written form of the lesson that we just looked at. And I highly recommend it. Okay, so thank you so much for watching my video. I really appreciate that. If you enjoyed it, found it helpful, then please like it and maybe subscribe. Thanks. See you tomorrow.